As much as this is a mental health channel, this is also a men's physical health channel. So let's talk about, this is going to be a physical health series. I'm going to have to put it in a playlist, make it a physical health playlist. So now that the weather's breaking, people are going to be in this whole mindset of they want to start working out. They want to start making their lives better. They want to start getting out to the park and walking. All this time I've been doing it, all of a sudden they're going to have to come up with this idea that now is the right time. Anyway, there are 3 fluids in your body that need to be moved every day. Every day, you need to move these 3 fluids every day. It's the BMB. What is the BMB? Blood, mucus, and bile. All right, so blood, mucus, and bile. We'll call it the BMB. Keep it short. Those 3 fluids need to be moved around in your body. They need to be circulated some way, somehow, every day of your life. Every day of your life, you need to make sure those fluids are being moved. Now, let's talk about blood. Of course, you need blood, right? But it needs to be circulated. In certain places of your body, the blood isn't circulated. It just isn't, especially down in your feet. When it comes to your feet and the lower extremities, it's harder for the blood to be circulated to the rest of your body. If you didn't know, I'm going to tell you a secret. When it comes to your feet, the way that the blood gets back up to the heart is through your calf muscle. There's no pump down there that gets the blood up. It's not magical how this thing works, right? That's why one of the things they do whenever a person passes out is, what do? They elevate their feet. Why? Because there's no way for that blood to come from the feet back up to the heart and keep it moving. So you got to move your calf muscles. Your calf muscle is the pump that takes the blood from your feet back up. So you need to be what? Walking around, moving around, doing what you got to do to get that blood moving. Anytime the blood sits in one place for too long of a time, it forms bad things like blood clots. And we all know that blood clots. We know that blood clots are bad, right? So, by keeping the blood moving, you reduce the risk. Let me make sure I say that right. You reduce the risk of getting blood clots. They're still going to occur, but you can reduce the risk by what? Moving around, getting the heart pumping, getting all that blood moved around your body. Drinking more water to keep the blood liquid, right? But the blood can get thick. There are issues with blood getting thick. The next one, mucus. We have mucus everywhere. Mucus is all through the body. The body's constantly making mucus. Mucus has its purpose, but it also has its issues. Okay, you got the sinuses, you got the sniffling, the mucus is up there, the mucus is in the lungs, the mucus is in the stomach to protect the stomach from the acid. It's in the lungs to keep the lungs lubricated. Mucus is in a lot of places, right? It has to be moved. And how do you move that mucus? By moving around, staying active, doing something every day. Even if you walk for a mile a day, or you got your stepometer or the pedometer, whatever they call those things. Moving around gets that mucus moving. Definitely being out here, you're going to get that mucus moving because the blood's going to be pumping. It's going to be pushing all that stuff around. The last B is bile. Now, bile, when I talk about bile is waste products. What does it say waste products? Bile is your waste products, which is urine, sweat. It's part of waste product. Also, of course, poop. We'll just call it poop. Bile. Bile is technically poop, but we're going to use it as being a waste products. You have to have that stuff moving. It has to move. That stuff has to leave the body. It has to leave the body because if it doesn't, it causes problems. There's something called a leaky gut syndrome. Leaky gut syndrome is when the bile sits in the intestines for too long and it starts leaking through the intestines into the rest of the body, and it starts causing a hell of a lot of problems. It's like having garbage in your house and you don't let it It just stays in there too long. It starts causing problems inside the house. Same concept. Don't make these things harder than what it is. You got educated people who want to make these things harder than what it is. It's not that serious. Just keep it simple so that people can understand we need to move these 3 things every day. So those are the 3 fluids: bowel, mucus, blood, or blood, mucus, bowel, BMB. It must be moved every day, man. Must be moved every day. In the next video, I'll talk about the different foods that produce things that are bad for your body. You're still going to eat them. You're still going to drink them. You're still going to do it. However, if you keep the body moving and you keep the body moving and you keep the body moving, the body has a way of processing that and pushing it out of your body. It's when you're not moving, that's when you're seeing start having issues.